Hello, everyone, and welcome to an episode of the BG Show. I'm here to talk about What If. The new season came out, season 3. And before I start cranking out the reviews, I've watched the first 3 episodes. There are 3 episodes out right now. There's one coming out each day, I should say. I want to talk about really my disappointment with the show overall now that I think about it. Thinking about season 1, thinking about season 2, and the 3 episodes we just got. Now, don't get me wrong, it's definitely worth watching. I think it's enjoyable. And as much animated superhero content as we get, I'm gonna keep watching it. Obviously, if you watch my channel, like my favorite shows, my three favorite shows, really four, but three are Batman animated from the '90s, Superman animated from the '90s, and Spider-Man animated from the '90s. I think those are really like the core three shows. Obviously, X-Men 2 I loved, but those three I loved a little bit more. This show is really good. There's something about it that's just missing. Obviously, a lot of it has to do was I was a kid back then and I'm not a kid now. But I think it's more than that. I mean, DC has made so many animated properties that I've watched recently and they've been amazing. So I certainly think it doesn't have to do with age. I just think the scenarios that they do for What If just aren't interesting at all. They've obsessed over Captain Carter, Peggy Carter, which should have been one episode, right? Okay, what if Peggy gets a super soldier serum instead of Steve? Okay, that's one episode. I don't know. They superpowered her, just like to an insanely hilarious degree at the end of season 2. If you remember, she had the Hela helmet on. She had all the Infinity Stones. I think she had Mjolnir or something. She had some sort of sword, the Necro sword. I don't know what she had, but she had everything. And I think season 1 was kind of cool. The way they I think it was Ultron at the end. But I would like this to be one-off episodes. I don't think I want them to connect. But I would like it to be a little bit more MCU-centered. Take MCU stories and then put What If in the MCU. So, for example, what if Steve Rogers was a Winter Soldier and Bucky was Captain America? I don't know. What if, the scenarios they're doing are so random, and I'll get into season 3 into my reviews, but they're just not, I'm trying to think on the spot of something that you can do. Like Iron Man, there's not that much you can do. Like you can make Pepper Iron Man, but that's not so interesting. Obviously they can flip-flop with a lot of the female romantic characters, but I don't think that's so interesting. But I just think that I'd like to see more MCU stories and then just tweak something in an MCU story and see what happens, as opposed to just having random characters interact. And not only random characters interact, but it's not the MCU version of the character. It'll be like, oh, what if T'Challa was Star-Lord? Like, what is that? I don't even know what that means. That's just weird. And I know that's the point of the show, but I don't think I don't think the most fans imagined it being those kind of scenarios. I think we wanted more MCU kind of switch one thing of the story, right? Okay, Black Panther, for example, right? What if Killmonger won the fight and T'Challa died, right? That kind of stuff. You keep it, the MCU, I'm not saying it has to be canon to the MCU, but for the sake of the story, I think it should be connected. So we'll see what happens. I still think it's quality. It's not terrible. I just don't think it's, I don't think it's what the show should be. So I'm going to start getting to my reviews now. Thanks, guys, for watching. Let me know if you agree, disagree. Thanks for watching. And as always, I'll